let's get comfy here. Get this sage file going. Get into the right scene. Don't need the speedrun scene anymore. I can actually close the speedrun thingy too. Save splits. That is our new PB we'll be chasing. Now I don't have to chase a freaking god tier 81 at the moment. Doesn't exist anymore. Alright, let's go. That's file set for the future. Let's go into 51 here. Let's do it. Now it's funny, coming from Machinist into this one, I'm actually probably not gonna forget Cardia, because I've been spamming Peloton like the entire time. Now the transition from one job to another, that's always the exciting part, let me tell you. Sometimes your brain is still on the other job. They just too short. Hey Smoke Sigma, how you doing? Hey Shadow Ray, how's the new machinist? How's the new machine running? So far, so gorgeous. I hope the quality to this of the stream is showing for you guys. That's kind of what I care about, which we're still kind of seeing, but it's been going glorious, and I'm getting more used to it by the day. Still got a couple things I need to figure out. Like right now, I still can't really stand with the standing desk because I still gotta test out my chords. I gotta do a little bit of chord management. But as of right now, it's pretty good. So thanks for asking. Hope you're doing well. I found I shouldn't play Deep Dungeon on raid days. Oh, because of the muscle memory of like the buttons that you're pressing and stuff. Reno? That makes sense. There was one time, this was actually this week, I think. I came from Sunday night, and we were doing Sage. And I failed at, I mentioned I failed at 170, we timed down, blah blah blah. And then the very next day, about 12 hours later, I went to Astro. I spent the first 2 floors hitting buttons like I was on Sage. Like literally like I was hoping for like my AoE to be instant. I was hitting my Cardia button thinking I'm gonna get Cardia. Like it was just like, oh my god, my mind right now. Like I gotta get off, I gotta be an Astro right now. I got hard casting gravity, I got this and that, so it took me a while to adjust, but I mean everyone's gonna be different, you know? Try to my Peloton is set on backspace, so there's a lot of times where I'll hit backspace on like whatever job I'm on. And sometimes it's like a button that I set for like something really bad, so. Doing good, just resubbed back to 14, all my settings and hotbars were reset. Oh no! Like it didn't load or like reset. You know, I tried doing the upload cloud feature for my hotbars and that didn't work, so I just did the old copy paste my computer files into my new computer, and that's what worked for me. So I don't know if that, you know, if that still is an option for you, or you just don't know where it is or something. And if I'm actually playing Paladin, I forget where I am in the rotation because of distance skill speed. Oh, that's even rougher. See, that's something I don't have to worry about because I don't know what that feels like, you know, in terms of the difference of that. Like Black Mage, yes, to some extent, but I quickly adjust to Black Mage. Yeah, Damn. Yeah, that's where like everyone really is gonna be different on that front. This is very satisfying, though. To be able to not worry about, you know, dying. Or having the tools to stay alive, it's kind of fun. It resets everything on you. Oh, at least we do have them on Discord, so if you need any of the Deep Dungeon macros, we all have it in our FAQ section on Discord. All just easy to find there. So, like, I had tried on the new PC, because I had to obviously install 14 on the new PC and everything. I had tried to do the upload cloud feature to see if I can get all my settings in, and I gotta tell you, it did nothing. It didn't accomplish anything. Like, I'm just like, okay, where are my hotbars? Like, I could do the macros, but I mean, I don't really need the macros, so kind of annoying. So I just basically went back to my old PC, took the files that had all my stuff and just copy pasted it like old school. I don't know if I just did it wrong, but yeah. That's what I got them, so I'm gonna go, yeah! Yeah, that's why that FAQ section is useful. Get all the quick, important information to be looked at very fast. Oh, I'm dying. Hello? Can I hit the button, dude? I've been waiting to hit the goddamn button like all day. What the hell? Oh, I'm dying. That was a lot of damage coming in. No! Yeah. Always the awkward situation, Smoke, when you go and you're in Behemoth or something and you're like, you hit the macro that's supposed to be there and you're like, oh, it's not here. And then, you know, maybe you can like construct it on the spot. I mean, that's asking a lot, but maybe you can just type it in real fast while you're doing Behemoth, you know? Building macros on the spot. Situation you don't want to have to deal with, but yeah, Evan, we're doing it like exactly. We're doing it live, man. I went to drop Transfig and was like, something's missing. That happens to be all the time. So sometimes when I go from like Heaven on High EO back to Palace, the button I have, well, actually no, more Heaven on High, because EO you do have a transformation macro, because you do transform. But like when I go to Heaven on High back to Palace or something, usually I fill the spot where that macro is with like, you know, something like a buff or whatever. And then I go to hit it, I transform on like floor 20, I go to hit the button, and I'm like, oh, it's not there. So I have to like take my mouse, or go through the menu and like take it off manually. I'm like, okay, I better do this real fast. Make sure I don't die in the process. Yo, AF Dragon Tech, hello! How you doing? Happy Friday. Hope you're having a good Friday. As good, or nearly as good as I did. I'm having. Had a good Friday so far. Can't complain. Got a PB in our speed run. That's I'm definitely happy with. You just got yeah. Yeah. Do what you gotta do, man. Hey Maru, I'm doing great. I hope you're doing good. Good to see you. I hope things are well. Hope gaming has been good on your end. Oh no, I gotta find something. Environment quote marks are needed if more than one word is in a string. Yes, I believe so. Doing fine. I pushed the button. I'll be officially retiring from... Hey! Okay. That's, good. Yes, that's a good thing. So, I'm not sure what the proper thing to say. Congratulations, I guess. And I wish you very much good luck in your civilian life. Super good? Okay, fantastic. Good, good, good. I'm glad you got something that you're looking forward to then. I don't think you need... Let me take a look at my macro. Whatever I have, then it should be fine. I have it with quotations. I feel like you don't need it with quotations, but I mean, you know. I mean, you could also just test it out on like a low floor. Just transform into like a lust or something and then just see if it works. Probably go back to finish in a month. Nice, 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 nice. In a month or two, I'm gonna be knee deep in other games. I can't wait. Still gonna be doing some 14 on the Mondays, but looking at Rebirth, looking at Dragon Dogma 2, looking at a game called Manor Lord, which I'm looking forward to as well. Getting them all in before Dawn Trail kicks into high gear. Save from like 2 years ago. You guys are gonna hop right in, YOLO. Gamer. I mean, you have the skill to do it. I mean, you know, you shouldn't be too bad at all. Just some more, I don't want to restart at the moment. Buddy's wanting me to play Tekken 8. How is Tekken 8? Is it good? From what I've heard, it's great. That's what I've heard. First try? Hell yeah. He loves it, but I haven't played it yet. Gotcha. I feel like my fighting, the era of me doing fighting games is long gone, or it's in another multiverse. Anytime I see a fighting game, I just have zero desire to try it. Like nothing against the game. I'm sure it's great, but you know, I'm sure you guys have genres of games that you're just like, nah, I'm good, fam. No. And to me, fighting games is one of those genres I just don't care. I did do fighting games when I was a lot younger. I think the last fighting game I probably took semi-seriously, and we're not talking like competitive. Like I never ever had the opportunity or the even the knowledge that there is tournaments and stuff. But I did take like Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Pretty fun. That was great. You know, I wonder if my era of fighting games when I was younger started with the very first Mortal Kombat, because I have this very vivid memory. I went to this arcade when arcades used to exist in America, which I really wish they did, but they're not very common. Like arcades back when I was a kid used to exist like almost in every mall. Every single local mall had an arcade, and it was awesome. But I remember one of the other malls that was a little bit further away from where I lived, they just introduced Mortal Kombat 1. And no one really knew what it was. It just came out, right? Like, you know, this kind of game-breaking fighting game. I got to try it, and I'm like, wow, this is so cool, you know? There was like a lot of people watching it because it was new. And I distinctly remember, like, my dad was with me, and then it was a game that they're like, yeah, you shouldn't really play that game. I was like, I don't know, like 7 or 8 or 10 or something. Like, you shouldn't really play this game, so... And then eventually I got it for, like, I think one of the systems, maybe it's like SNES or something, but... Maybe that was where I got really interested in fighting games. I went to, like, a little bit of Street Fighter, a little bit of Marvel vs. Capcom... But then after that, I just didn't care anymore. Like, I didn't really... I don't know if it was frustration or whatever it was, but I just didn't really do fighting games anymore, and then that's it. And, like, something like Tekken, I tried the old Tekken before, and it just felt so janky to me. That's why I think I like more vs. Capcom a little bit more in Street Fighter. It felt more fluid, but yeah, I think that era is long gone for me. I'm definitely more JRPG, period. Rick James says that's how I feel about sports games. You know, I used to play a couple sports games, Rick James, when I was younger too. A couple hockey games. I remember there was a big like one of the original FIFA games I played. There was some like more like futuristic type sports ball games that existed that were really cool. They had like leagues, and I do the leagues, and I like having the team and leveling them up and everything. But even that, like, I don't even remember the last sports game I really played after like I don't know, Super Nintendo or something. Flashback to Aladdin's Castle Arcade in my local mall. Aladdin's Castle Arcade. Did I ever play that one? I don't recall that one. I'm thinking now, when you say flashback to arcade, you know what I'm thinking about, Shadow Rig? I remember the old Michael Jackson 4-player game in the arcade. I remember something, I forgot what it was. It was like a hologram cowboy, like story progression type of game. Those are the ones that I remember too. I wish I kind of played that. My brother liked that one a lot. I'm gonna do a run of all the Final Fantasies up to 14 at some point. Wait, only up to 14? Why not go up to 16? Did you go up to 16? I played Tekken 7 with mostly just help by a buddy, have someone practice against constantly. That's gotta feel nice. I didn't have that too. Like, that probably would have been cool to have, to be honest. But I never really had anyone when I was growing up, like, that was into gaming like I was. It was kind of cool that my dad sometimes would play with me when I was younger. Like, that was really nice of him, but I didn't really have, like a buddy my age to sit and, like, have, like, couch co-op. I'm so fortunate, like, now, after all these years, I actually have someone that is so into gaming and does couch co-op on and off and everything. It took like this long to be able to find someone for that, but that's one thing I didn't have, but it's okay. Like, I don't regret it. I don't feel bad about it. Just, it is what it is. I mean, maybe that's where my solo era had started, because I always tried to find things that entertain me, you know, on my own self when playing the games, stuff like that. Lecker, hi. I enjoy watching your stream. It feels like I'm a pro at PoTD. I appreciate that. You know, I feel like I should be pretty decent at this. I've been doing it maybe for like 7 years straight, so I want to think like I'm pretty good at it. But yeah, I appreciate it. I hope it comes off like that. And further than that, Lecker, I mean, you know, if you want to engage it with yourself, you know, I hope I can answer questions that you may have that comes about, but otherwise, I hope you enjoy what you're watching. I struggled to get into 15, I don't know, just kind of made me nervous to try after everything. Did you try 15 when it released, or did you try it more recently? Like, I kind of wish, although I could never imagine an era where I don't play a Final Fantasy game on release. You know, like, I'm jumping on Rebirth, like if it releases on Easter midnight, I'm gonna pop a stream open, and we're gonna play it Easter midnight, even if it's for like 2 or 3 hours, and I'll play it more the next day. I can't envision an era where I don't play a Final Fantasy game on release. With that being said, I almost wish I can wipe my memory of what I played with 15 and play 15 fresh, like, today. Because I think the full version of 15 is in a really good spot. I heard a lot of good things about it. I mean, it's complete. It has everything it needs. That wasn't the case on release, and it kind of left a sour taste in my mouth. When it released, yeah, okay, so I get that. Like, I could never go and play 15 again. Like, you know, I'm kind of in that same boat. Even though I know that it's a lot better now, I'm not gonna go get it and play it. I played since half a year. This content released in 2014, if I remember correctly. No, I'm sorry, 2016 in July. That's when this content showed up. And I've been playing it ever since, and I've just loved it all that time. And we've done so many things with it. We were on AGDQ for it last year, which was really the coolest thing I've ever done in gaming. So we've done quite a lot with this content, and I still find things to do with it. We just did a speedrun at the beginning of stream, trying to do a little bit of like going real fast. We do challenge runs all the time. We're doing one right now, so yeah, it's just, this content just has a lot that you can do with it. And it's all because it's just fun. There's no other reason other than it's just fun. I kind of feel, wait, let me read chat in order here. I gave it a shot again, then when I get everything set up. Oh, I got cardio. I feel the on 15. I bought a PS4 to play it and drop. Oh, really? I bought a PS4 to play it, but I'm pretty hard-headed sometimes and stubborn. The game to me, Brayfran, was decent enough that I wanted to get to the end. I didn't actually feel like I was struggling though. Like, I was fine up to a certain point, and then, you know, I played it, I went on with it, so on and so forth. Like, there were a couple games I played that I definitely felt like I wanted to just hit the end. Like, you know, like you get to like maybe like 60% of the game, 70% of the game, you're like, okay, let me just get this done. Like, that was me with some of the Fire Emblem games, you know? Where, like, it always has that setup of, you go into town, you mingle with the people, you get some relationship status, you go into battle, you do the battle, you go on back, but, like, every time you go back to town, it gets more and more, because there's more people to talk to, and sometimes towards the end of the game, I felt a little exhausted by that, so I just wanted to just get through. But from what I remember, I don't think I felt like that with 15. With that being said, you know, I just don't seem like I didn't even bother with the DLCs. I had no interest in the DLCs, even though I had the season pass and stuff. So, and there are actually a couple Final Fantasies that it took me a while to finally beat them. Like, I played 8, 9, and 12 on release, and I didn't beat them till more recently, within the past 5 years, because I dropped the game, I stopped playing it, and then I moved on, and I never went back. And that's kind of really bad for me, you know? And that's part of what I've learned over the years of myself, that if I start a game, I need to finish the game, otherwise it's GG, and I'm never seeing credits. So I try to really commit myself to, like, doesn't matter what I feel like. I'm like, at least halfway past this game, I gotta try to beat this game. Because, like, especially with, like, the Final Fantasies I mentioned, it's like, I stopped playing them maybe because, like, I had a lot of homework, or I was in school, and then, like, high school, etc., or, like, grade school. And, you know, maybe I just lost the opportunity to continue playing, and, like, 2 weeks later, in my brain, I'm like, man, do I even remember what the story is? Do I even remember how to play this game? And then I just don't go back, and then that's it. I just lose interest, you know? Which really sucks. It's like, I spent all this time to get this far, and then I just dropped it. So that's why, like, I think that reflects when I stream, that especially when we do any variety games, I really try to get from beginning to end. Like, I commit to it. Like, I don't care necessarily if I'm really loving the game or if I'm not liking it so much. Like, the only exception to that rule was first when I played Elden Ring, which was ironic because I wanted to get on this streak of always beating a game on stream. Elden Ring was the first variety game I ever played on stream, and I legit never beat that game because I just didn't want to play it anymore. And then we do some sponsor games. I'm actually set up to do a sponsor game at the end of the month before Rebirth comes in, for a game called The Tribe Must Survive, I believe is the name of the game, that's coming out by the end of the month. And we're only going to play that for 2 hours. I don't really see myself, like, playing it, yeah, you know, maybe more than that, but I don't know about hitting credits, but it's a different case, right? So I really try to make the effort to beat the game. 7, 12, and 14 are my favorites that I've played so far. Those are good ones. I really like 9 and 10 and 13. Those are ones I really like a lot, but I played quite a lot. I think 14 is the best game I played so far, Slacker. There's so much to discover, and I think I will never get bored. I'm also in love with the story. Good. Slacker, keep that discovery strong. You know, a lot of people that I've definitely found out sometimes they just want to finish things fast, you know? Honestly, that's why we make the guides. That's why we put out the information. So if someone wants the quick answer, boom, we gave it to you. But that's the one thing I love about gaming, it's discovery, you know? Like, having this imagination of, like, oh man, I don't know what to expect next. I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know how the story's gonna go. I don't know, you know, where's the boss, so on and so forth. And definitely embrace that, because you're watching someone right now, Lecker, and I'm not the only person too, where we're kind of at like the content cap. Like we've done everything we wanted in the game, and you know, it's just like you kind of wish there was sometimes a little bit more stuff to do potentially. Of course, with Deep Dungeon, I keep finding things to do, so at least that's keeping me there. But I don't do anything else in this game because I've kind of done all the ones I wanted to. In your case, since you're newer, you know, you get the excitement of wondering what it is that's even in this game. So I hope you kind of get to enjoy that. Don't let anyone else tell you how to play this game, that's for sure. I never got a chance to play 11. 11 in its current status is actually pretty good because it's pretty solo friendly now, considering it's still an MMO. I often suffer from what's called the RPG effect. I get to the very end of the game and just stop. Oh, like right before the boss, Nyx? Is that what you talked about? Like you reach the boss and then you don't get credits for something? Oh, and you're afraid of traps? I asked because you're not only walking the side, especially... So, there's a little bit of stuff that I tend to do. There are times when I will walk through a floor because one, I may have already traced my steps knowing that this certain path didn't have a trap, so I'll just walk back into it. Another thing is that like this room right here is a spawn room, and we know it's a spawn room because there's a flag on the map, so there won't be a trap in the spawn room. Other times, I'll do a little extra mitigation. And this is a much lower floor. Enemies here are not very threatening to me, so even if I hit a luring trap or even a frog trap, if I have a shield up, if I have healing up, then I'm really not gonna die. So, you know, it's kind of like a assessment of risk management. If that makes sense. Right before, I feel like overpowered god mode, ready to stop the boss, and I just don't. I think part of me doesn't want the journey to end. You know, at least you get Nyx to the part where you feel like you're god mode. You know what's happened to me a couple times, Nyx? This happened to me in Phantasy Star 2, the original one on Sega Genesis. I fought my way up to the boss. The final... Actually, not even the sub-boss, not even the final boss. I got my way to the sub-boss. I couldn't beat it because I wasn't, you know, utilizing great strategy, and I gave up. And I never played the game again until, like, college. Like, it was just bad. Like for some reason, the boss, like, just gets to me, and then I just was like, no. Like, I felt really strong, and I'm not strong anymore, and I felt like, you know, weak, and then it's like, I don't want to do it anymore. That's happened to me a lot. So that's an interesting way, yeah, like, not wanting the journey to end. So, see, I step on a trap on that one, like, I have tools to mitigate to it. So it's like, I'm just kind of used to it. There's also some traps that, like, I've seen enough, I've witnessed them long enough that I'm kind of halfway expecting I'd hit it, so it's just whatever. But, yeah, it's like a lot of conditioning that I'm just used to it. Ten and 7 have a lot of nostalgia for me, says Smoke. 7 more than anything because my dad would sit down with me and talk to me through the games. The game 7 was the one that I spent most of the time on, maybe. Wow, that's so cool. That's a neat experience. Yeah, memories like that, you definitely kept the treasure for sure. Once I saw it for real, I was scared of chest where he gets... Oh yeah, well, when you're a healer, it's not bad because I can just use an Echo Drop. It's pretty bad for most jobs because you can't do anything for 30 seconds. But then at the same time, if like you have an enemy on you, it's not terrible only because the enemies also get hit with it, so at least you all get to suffer at the same time. Okay, I don't have steel on, so you can be a little bit careful here. And then the hallways are safe from traps, so I'm not really concerned about traps here. I kind of know my limit on this job too. Get up. See, here I hit exactly the same trap, but I have echo drops to be able to get me here. But again, that's kind of what healer control give you. Not all jobs can do that. It's why I got into the Final Fantasy series so much. That's so awesome. I got into Final Fantasy by playing FF7. FF7 got me into the whole series. Yes, they do. They do. Landmines, silver chests exploding, and the silence ability disable trap will hit other enemies if they're nearby. And actually, the landmines and the silver chests are strategies that we do utilize sometimes to do some quick kill. Let me see if I can find one to show you. Really shouldn't be too big of a deal if I do it. It just comes down to me finding a landmine. So that's a luring trap. That symbol's a luring trap. It's like a spade. Each trap does have its own symbol, so you can tell if you're kind of looking for one. That's what is that? Another luring trap, it looks like. Yep. Man, I hope I can demonstrate this on this floor. Pixel Speed Gaming. I want to be able to get the 6 at one point. I know a lot of people love 6, and the only Final Fantasies I never played were 3, 4, 5, and 6. I never played those. I played 1 remaster and 2 remaster. Okay, perfect. Here we go. I'm gonna pop a steal here just to make this a little bit easier. So this is a landmine, right? Hold on. So one of the strats that like some tanks and healers can do, we get them all into witching here. This is a landmine. We're gonna time it. We hit the landmine, and then everything gets hit. So now all of us are low HP, but I have healing, so I can, you know, get myself back up. And that's a very quick kill. And with healers having a much lower DPS, you can do something like that to actually speed you up. Because you can survive, you just don't have the damage, but you can survive. But when you drop everything to low HP, well, you let the landmine do the work for you. So those are ways where traps can be to your advantage. Sometimes you'll see score runners like Lecker that will purposely hit luring traps, because more kills means more points. So they want more kills, so that's why sometimes you'll see people just literally step on it like with purpose. So it gets pretty wild when you start diving deep into some of the more specifics of the content. It isn't, at some point it may not even become as simple as just getting the clear and getting the title. There's way more to it that has been very fascinating to see evolve over the years of this content. I haven't played 4, 5, 6, or 3, because I started with 7 Darth. So I never got a chance to play the older one. And I have the Pixel Remaster, I just never got to them yet. You know, it's not off the board, I just haven't gotten to them. But once the Pixel Remasters came out, I tried to dive into those, and at least I got to 1 and 2. And, you know, nothing against it. What's up, Darth? Nothing against it, it's just haven't been able to have the ability to do it. Six got me into the series, and SE already squashed all possibility of a remake like 7. Did they, though? I mean, they said that it will be very difficult to do, but I don't think that was a squashing of the possibility, right? It's just you're not expecting it probably the next 10 years. Or, like, they haven't even started it yet. Which, wasn't 7 10 years in development or something like that? Like, isn't some insane amount of years at the moment? I love 4 and 6 specifically, and only ended up playing 5 recently. Ah, I gotcha. Even pulling mass mobs, like, past floor 50, I struggle to get floor clear under 30 minutes, but I still been averaging 1.2 on floor 100. Little by little, smoke signal, you know? Little by little. Nice to be on cruise control. After going pretty hardcore in the speedrun, it's actually kind of nice to be a little bit on cruise control at the moment, just vibing. I kind of like this split, like, file setup into speedrun attempt. You know? I like that. Instead of doing 2 speedruns back to back. Did you clear PoTD on White Mage? I did. I'm a White Mage main, so now, till now, so I'm curious. I did. White Mage is great. Actually, before Sage existed, I always thought White Mage was like the most powerful, relatively speaking. I do think Sage is a little bit better though. Now, I am planning to do this, I think, on Sunday. Do I just commit to that? Let me think about this. Hold on. Do I commit to Sage already, or do I do the other thing? No, I don't think I do this Sunday. I was originally planning this on Sunday, but I think I want to do Summoner Heaven on High Sunday, because that's irking me right now. Because I failed that 2 times in a row, and I'm a little perturbed at myself. So I think I do Heaven on High on Sunday. Oh, and I Omni clear? I am Omni in Palace. I'm Omni in Palace and Heaven on High. I only have 1 job left in Eureka Orthos. I think I'm hyper-focusing kills, which is slowing down time. I mean, it's fair. You'll find the balance, honestly, Smoke Signal. I mean, the balance is just like, you know, you kind of do want to prioritize the speedrun over the kills, but you kind of want to do everything all at once, too. Astro? Of course it's Astro. I left Astro last, and actually, we are planning to do EO Astro on Monday. I'm making that kind of a Monday thing at the moment, so we'll look to do that Monday. I have the file set up. We're at 41 plus for Astro. I failed on 73 on Monday, which I was really angry about, but we'll try again on Monday. It's gonna be attempt number 5, I think. Is the attempt number? Not too bad. At the moment, I want the title and a really high score. Like, I want to be on the board too, just because I want the satisfaction. And Buddy and I won't ever get. Buddy and my buddy said I won't ever get on the board. Wow, your buddy has a lot of confidence in you. What the hell? Well, I will say, like, if you're doing it on, I think you're doing it on Machinist, right? Machinist is very competitive. I mean, look, put it this way: if you do it on Astro, you're gonna get on the board if you get to like 180, you know. But it depends on the job that you're taking in. But look, the community, we don't hide any information when it comes to anything. You know, like I'm gonna delve all of the information you need for scoring. So if you have any questions, we're just gonna give it to you. So if you want that high score, then we'll help you. It's really that simple. Yeah, it's just a little bit. But hey, I mean, maybe, you know, reverse psychology. You know, given a little motivation to want to get the goal. You never know. The thing. Well, except for the next word. Goal today is 120 on this, so onward we go. Bum 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 bum. Oh crap! It's an Anzu. Not an Anzu. I hate the Anzu. I kind of want to steal here because it's swing here. I think I actually will. I can go without steal for the rest of this. I just don't want to go without steal against the Anzu. What I can tell you is for floor 100 Smoke Signal, a decent average for like people who are kind of considering scoring or like, you know, trying to go through the paces, you want around a 1.4. For the guys who are going like cutting edge scoring, like top tier scoring, they go for 1.5. That's their goal. So to kind of give you a little bit of a marker of what to aim for. But what you basically want to go for is killing everything while doing it under 30 minutes. That's the main gist of what you're aiming for. Guri, man, thanks for that follow. Appreciate it. Is it harder doing Paladin with a damage healer than doing it with a healer? I think they all present their own unique challenges, and honestly, Lecker, it may come down to your personal preference. Melee is gonna be hard in a lot of different reasons, like, you know, trying to mitigate damage because you don't have too many heals, you're relying on Bloodbath. Healer, you're probably not dying, but your damage is ass. So, like, the challenge is different depending on what job you take in. Arguably, I personally would say that melee is much easier than healer, because on healer you really gotta push and do like the tactics I showed you earlier with the landmine, whereas melee you don't need to do that at all because you have enough damage to get through single targets. But some people don't like melee because of how you potentially have to kite or how you have to survive certain enemies, or Godfather 190 is very hard on melee, whereas that thing is not too bad on healer, provided you have enough time on healer, you know? Biker, I wouldn't have even figured it out, but you're doing a fantastic job. I'm glad we're able to communicate. It's one thing that I'm happy that other people from other countries and languages were able to communicate, because I can only speak one language and I barely speak it well. like my English is like, you know, questionable sometimes, but glad we can communicate. Yeah, no problem. I kind of don't want the box. Let me catch up a little bit here. I can definitely do it. I hit 170 with 2.4. I don't know what the breakdown there, but I think you can do it, Smoke. It's gonna be, again, Machinist is competitive, but you know, you get the first clear doesn't mean you can't do it again. And after the first clear, you're probably gonna even feel more confident than anything else. I was already following. I don't know how it unfollowed. Twitch sometimes can be weird. And don't worry about it. I've heard of cases, Groovy, where some people just unfollow sometimes. I don't know why. I haven't experienced it, but, you know, wouldn't be surprised. Yeah. Okay. Okay, good. I got 1.4 a couple times, but I get about 1.3, 1.2 average. Like I breeze through the floor, it's just my clear slow. Gotcha. Not try to unfollow it. No, Groovy, you don't have to apologize at all, man. You know, if you're watching the stream, followed or unfollowed, even if you're not chatting, I love the lurkers. I'm a lurker myself, so, you know, I'm certainly not gonna call out the lurkers to start typing in chat at all. So, you know, you're here, so that's all that matters. You don't have to apologize for that. I feel like I'd split going from the title and scoring props to do both in your first pass, especially if you're uncomfortable. I gotta tell you, Bankai, and kind of a little bit to go off that comment, there was a period of time where I had started to focus a little bit on scoring when I was going for my first clears on a couple jobs. I gotta tell you, I was frustrated because you put all the work, it's like, for me, it's like you put all the work to go for scoring, only to not win, you know? You die somewhere in the higher floors, and it's like, oh my god, I gotta do this all again. And so, like, I went away from that, and I started just going for the quote-unquote casual clear. And I care about being on the leaderboards, but, like, when you're playing a job like White Mage, or, like, you know, Monk, it's like, do I really need to go this crazy for scoring? Like, who the hell's gonna beat my score? like, are there going to be 25 other people that are gonna actually beat my score? So, like, for some jobs, I stopped caring. But then, as I progressively started to get better at the game mode and the content, I started to think about scoring. But a lot of that has to do with me running the job back after the first clear, you know? There are people, don't get me wrong, that do try to get the scoring for the first clear and aren't satisfied. But I will say a lot of people, it's very rare. There are people who did that for sure. But I think the best part about that is that it is your own challenge. You do whatever makes you happy. The only thing I would hate to see is you're going for that score and you discourage yourself so much that you don't even go for the title anymore. And that feels really bad. Like, as long as, like, you're okay with it and you signed up for it, and you understand it's gonna take even longer than just going for the clear, nothing wrong with it, you know? I just want people to get that accomplishment. Strengths and weaknesses of different roles is so interesting when people ask for job recommendations for Necromancer. Private Printing, that's why I really like Palace and Heaven on High more than Eureka Orthos for that specific reason. Because Eureka Orthos, you don't have those conversations as in-depth as you do, like, Palace and Heaven on High, you know? If you compare me to your English, I know, sometimes I just feel like I communicate pretty badly, but I appreciate that. I'm super competitive, I'm still working on my first clear, but I know if I'm failing it because I get overly excited and make mistakes. Sometimes it's just RNG, but mostly because my own mistakes, like stuff I know I shouldn't do, but I do it anyways. I mean, yeah, that's, you know, I can feel that. Faith, good to see you. Chloe, good to see you. Twitch acted like this was my first time chatting and made me agree to... Really? I didn't change my chat rules too. Are they really strict? Oh yeah, they are really strict, that's right. I've had the same scoring experience, figured it's smarter to clear first and score after. It's to each their own, like you need to know your limitations, you know? I mean, again, back to my story, I was feeling frustrated. I was getting frustrated to the point where I was like not enjoying it anymore, and I'm like, no. I need to enjoy what I'm doing, especially we're making this like, you know, one of the main contents of this channel, so I pivoted out of that and just went for the casual clear. I liked it back before anything had cleared. I had a lot of fun just setting random high scores without even worrying about clearing. Since 180 was the wall for everything. That was me, Rarum, in the very beginning. Way back before sustaining potions existed. I got a lot of jobs to 130 because you could not beat that boss without sustaining potions, and I was just happy for that. That was a nice era. That's more so when I was going for, you know, Replied Smoke. I can't imagine having insane score run on one and not making it for it if you just died. Yeah. What's up, Waver? Good. We finished a speed run in the first half of stream. Got a PB, 1 hour, 58 minutes, and 8 seconds. I'm so happy about that. Because I was feeling like I was in a rut a little bit. So that was a successful first half of stream, and now we're just setting this file up to get to 120, and everything's going well. It's Sage. I mean, you know, Sage is powerful and sustainable, so... This is why I feel like getting experience is the most important thing for me in Deep Dungeon. It's the only thing that helps me with the nerfs. Nick says, I almost abandoned a PoTD run because my 141 to 150 set, it went really bad, so I let it sit. I remember you saying the other day that PoTD is more forgiving, Savage, and Heaven on High, so I'll be going back in. Yeah, you never know. I mean, Nyx, even Heaven on High sometimes, yes, Heaven on High likes to kick you in the private parts, but sometimes it just gives you everything you need. Like, you don't know until you play it, and I think, in my opinion, Nyx, you actually learn the most in a deep dungeon when your back is against the wall or it looks like you're basically losing, because you know what happens? Your mind gets settled. You're like, okay, you know what? This file is goddamn dead. You know, there's no way I'm winning. You start limit testing. You're like, what if I can take an Anzu without steal? Let me try doing an ape without steal. You know, let me try doing this and that. Let me try a multi-pull. And that might be a very valuable lesson for you, you know, somewhere down the road. It's like, oh, well, I tried this thing, and I know I can or I can't do it. Honestly, that's where I learned about luring traps too. Thanks, Loken. I hope you had a good DSR today. That's where I had a good lesson about like what spawns from a luring trap. Okay, these things spawn. I knew I could fight them, so I fight them, or I know I can't fight them, so I don't fight them. And sometimes you learn that on the files where you are already lost. You know, lose the battle to win the war kind of thing. Anzu scare you, they scare all of us. I stealed on the first 3 floors here because I had to deal with a freaking Anzu, so yeah. Sometimes, you know, you just have to do them, but I prefer not to fight them. Star Towers, good to see you. You obviously run your chat like a dictator. We're oppressed. Yeah, that's right. I've scare tactics, you know. That's why we don't get very much shenanigans in the chat. Everyone's just, you know, they're just here to just have a good time. Man, Darth, I remember this one time. Like, I have nothing against other people's chats, you know, if they're super memey and all that stuff, like just emotes out there everywhere. Like, I have nothing against it. Like, I enjoy it too. I enjoy going to like a cool channel where everyone's memeing all over the place. But I remember this one time I was in Heaven on High, and someone comes in and just dumps like this very like vulgar like lyric from a song. Like, it wasn't like a bot. It was just like this very vulgar lyric, this whole song into my chat. And all I could think about was just like, if this was any other channel, it would be okay and it would be like funny. And I'm like, in this specific instance, I'm like in the middle of like 81, 85, heaven on high. I'm like, I can just imagine people watching the time. They're like just shaking their heads. It's like, dude, we're like watching something. Like sit the hell down and shut up. Like we're trying to enjoy the show. You know, it's like everyone's so like prim and proper. It's hilarious. Well, that's great. You know. An old FC member used to chase me around with a zoom out because of my express hatred of the Anzu spam. Dude, I thought that mount was hilarious when it came out because Anzus were kind of, you know, annoying. Hear that, chat? More shenanigans time? Do it. I stayed up 38 hours straight on pure determination. I made it to floor 135, died, then immediately restarted, made to 470, died. Only reason I backed off is because my buddies wanted me to catch up to them on Endwalker. Oh my god. Is part of the challenge no cardia? No. Actually, part of the challenge is remembering cardia, so I appreciate your contribution to the run at the moment, Lyra. Like, I need heavy backseating when it comes to this job, because I just forget cardio all the time. Oh my, dude, that's so bad. Honestly, it's really bad. I forget it all the time. I think sometimes the only reason I remember cardia is just like, wait, I shouldn't be dying this bad. And I'm like, oh, it's because I don't have cardia. Thank you for that, by the way. This one. You in tank stands? It's bad, because in Deep Dungeon you don't need tank stands. There are a lot of times where I was a tank in a 4-man Deep Dungeon, and I would never tank stand, because I'm not conditioned for it. I don't hit the button. I love this content, like, if I didn't have friends in 14, just kept releasing Deep Dungeon. Well, that's my existence, Smoke, you know? I mean, I have friends, I just don't play with them, you know? I don't invite them to things, I just, you know, I just talk to them. I do have food, but these floors are so, like, so basic, I'm not gonna bother with food. Yeah, not, I will start using food like when we actually do this file, whenever I do this file. Whether it's Sunday or next Sunday or something. More than likely it's gonna be Heaven on High next Sunday, but right now I don't need food. Me letting my friends die to Romas because I forgot to take stands. Feels bad. Yeah, it feels extra bad. But hey, you know what? It's part of the fun. They should have dodged the mechanic, you know. Should have kited a little bit more. Yeah. Like, how are they gonna get good at Deep Dungeon if they're just dying off the first wall? Like, hey, a melee can survive, right? Yeah, exactly. No, to do that. I mean, like, melees have cleared, healers have cleared, you know? Biz range have cleared. Yeah, do that. Just even say exactly like that. Exactly like that, wait for it. I'll take the hit. Let him come over here. As a red mage, playing 90 dungeons is fun when the tank wall pulls and I crit AoE all the... Ooh. Oh, do you like pull hate though because of that? Enmity, whatever the proper term. I say hate because that's in that's what you say in 11. Well, do I have anything on? No. I guess I can strike here. I think I played 1 to 130 or 40 times before I came across my content. Now these scores don't even phase you. Like, I know I die. I know if I die to them now, it's just because I made a big mistake. Yeah. Look, you got it. When it comes to this content, I know it's an easy blame that RNG, you know, yelled at you, but you really have to try to shift yourself out of that if you're gonna do this content solo. Yes, RNG has an effect. Sometimes. But a lot of times, you can actually see something that you can get better on, and that will make you so much better at the content. I mean, I would say probably for the past number of years when it comes to Palace of the Dead, I think all of my wipes have been because I did something, not because the game said F you. Like, Heaven on High, I definitely will make a different argument there, but... Ow, ow. Is this Red Rain the... Yes, it is, what's it called? Dichration? Not paying attention. Yeah, it's the AoE. I think it's a different color in, it's a different color in, like, a 90. I think I got paid for that. It's kicking my ass. It also has a very satisfying noise in my opinion. I love the sound effects on it. Nick said, I got triple D bros, 3 points in a row on my PB Heaven on High. It was awful. That's what Magicites and Petries are for, though. That's what those come into play. If I figure you aren't gonna have runs where everything goes your way, so you gotta learn to play around bad luck. Exactly. And here's the thing though, right? I mean, this is kind of a counter argument to people who say that. Like, I think that's still something people will say on, like, other people's streams. That I'm still surprised people still say it. That, like, you know, some other streamers doing the content for the first time, Deep Dungeon Solo, and they'll just do this offhanded comment like, oh man, you know, I heard that you just need a lot of RNG to win. You just need a lot of luck to win. And I always, like, shake my head at that. I'm like, okay. It makes sense if everyone doing the content had, like, some, like, obscene clear rate of, like, 20%, right? But you're like, the veterans of the content can go into, like, Palace of the Dead, Heaven on High, Eureka Orthos big time, and, like, clear back to back to back to back to back, like, constantly, 10 in a row, 20 in a row. I mean, there's no way at that point you can say, oh, he just got lucky. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, you can argue 2 runs maybe, oh yeah, they just got real lucky. I mean, 10 in a row, it's like, yeah, I'm pretty sure there's skill involved. And that's why I really tried to encourage people, like, you know, try not to blame RNG. I know it's easy to do it, and it's fair. You know, stuff spawning on top of you, that's RNG, it sucks, but you can still actually find a way around that if you really want to. You know, not getting enough Pomanders, yes, that's RNG, but you could also manage your Pomanders better and have a better result. You know, stuff like that. I mean, I probably wouldn't have cleared Heaven on High if I hadn't pulled an Odin in 80, but that's more because I wouldn't have pushed the envelope for time doing something stupid and died. I think a lot of people do get lucky for the first clear, though. I mean, look, luck can play a factor, that's totally right. But another argument I like to make, though, it's that, especially when you're talking about 91+, 81+, yes, it does help when you pick up something very fortunate, but you have to also factor in that, like, you need the skill level to know what to do with luck, you know? Like, get someone off the street, hand them 3 petrifies, and let them play Deep Dungeon. They're not gonna know what the hell to do with it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you have to know how to actually strategize with what you have. And I think that alone takes enough skill, too. You know, someone who does have a moderate amount of skill, if you give them, like, 20 Magicites, they're just gonna wipe the floor, but someone who's never done the content, that may not be the result. And you have to definitely give credit to that. You know, you didn't get that far by getting lucky. You got that far because you were doing some pretty damn good strategy, you know? Like, even if, like, you get to, like, 91 and it becomes the quote-unquote victory lap, you still had to fight your way to 91. Like, 71 to 90 is not easy at all, you know? And giving yourself the position to have a victory like that, Took a lot of skill. For everyone on high, for instance, you can get an Odin 90 without having to learn the boss. Yeah. Yeah, and it's true. There are people who definitely, I would say, who probably got their lone hero clear and probably never knew how to do Onra. I mean, that was actually one of the original strategies that, like, for, like, healer and tank that was recommended, was that you would try to just hope that you got an Odin. Otherwise, it's kind of like, not really GG, but it was going to be very difficult to continue on the run. But nowadays, you know, we've gotten even better at the content, so it's not something that you actually really want to just save it for the next step. But that's a you know, that's a cool thing. I can fight Honor, but I'm definitely sorted. Every chest rage. Hey, you never know, man. No, honestly, no. Chloe? I would make the very strong argument that a person going in this content blind first try, even if you get a rage every floor, I don't think you guarantee a clear. You know why? Treasure room. Can you imagine a treasure room in 181 with a bunch of worms and you try to freaking go blind with a rage? You think like many people will survive that encounter? You know? Go into 191 with everything proximity with a rage. Like, that's very hard to get through. Like anyone who's done deep dungeon and gotten to those high floors, like, you guys know that trying to manage a treasure room with a rage is not easy. Like, that is very hard. Yeah, that too. What a boss has said, you know? Blind behemoth, blind godfather. You have to worry about the bosses. No, it doesn't matter. You can mess up a rage. Like, arguably, you can say like a petrify is way safer. Magicite, yes, but a rage, you still need to take a lot of skill into that to even factor in, to even get through properly. I'd rather witch in less treasure rooms if it's an option. Yeah. Well, if you can, yeah, I mean, that would be viable up until, like, maybe 161, arguably 171. Not 181. I mean, healer, they kind of do it, but that's like a double witching situation, if I remember correctly. I guess blind, you wouldn't know about chest functions either. There is a lot that I think will catch a blind runner through the content. My pot's looking sus. I have 24. I just capped out. I have 800. Yeah. I mean, the speedruns are killing me in Bossa, so I almost have to supplement a speedrun thingy with like a potion farm every time if I want to keep this going. It's gonna be pretty rough for a while. Oh yeah, the speeds. I think I only spent 100 though on today's speedrun from 1 to 100, but that's still a lot for 1 to 100 considering like even on a scoring run you're probably not even using that much, you know? You're probably using like 10, 20. New PB. 1 hour, 58 minutes, and 8 seconds. Just almost at 157. Mito pushed his time down, so he's at 154 now. He was at 156. So now he's 154. That's fine. I'm not worried about that. All I know is that I can get better, and I felt like I definitely could get better after today. Like, there was so many places that I could be better, so I'm really excited about that. Having a lot of fun with those speedruns. Those speedruns they're fun. But I will say I like the 1 to 100 a lot better than the 101 to 200, because at some point with the 101 to 200, it just feels like a regular run with like a little bit of extra speed involved. 1 to 100 feels like a very unique climb, trying to get everything as fast as possible. So I really like that run a lot. Crazy to think how many runs ended just for someone to get their first clear. Oh, get the first Necromancer? Well, that's assuming people even looked at other people's VODs. I mean, I didn't have that many videos when I did it for the first time. But there wasn't too much to work with, honestly. In the initial days of Deep Dungeon. God, that would have the best chance of Blind Godfather and Behemoth's probably Sage. Oh, Cardia, thank you. Yeah, but I don't see someone going in blind even getting through the floors on healer at all. But if you're just gonna seclude the bosses, like maybe. But like you would have to go like double steal and strength on Godfather. Thank you, Discardia, I appreciate it. I need that backseat, guys, I told you. I need the backseat in Cardia. Kind of witching, I didn't bother using it. In a speedrun, it feels like you don't need a sustaining pull, then you should just pull bigger. Well, it depends on the situations. I mean, you know, there's a lot of dependencies. But the highest I made it solo was 70. Every time I got higher was in a party. It sucks no matter what. Yep. Best chance is best chance. True. Do you know how many times have I cleared Palace? I've cleared Palace solo roughly 49 or 50 times solo. Kind of lost count, but it's around that number. Because I usually put the tracker on my title to allow me to keep count, and I think I left off at like 49 or 50. No, 49 or 48, one of those numbers. I've done Heaven on High about 79 times, 78 times. And then EO is just at 24, but I'm still hunting the Omni there. Yeah, wouldn't that be nice, Bossa? Wouldn't that be nice? It's almost like you almost hope that there was this like inner system that's still calculating it at some extent, but I don't know if they even, you know, seclude the difference of it. I'm pretty good. I mean, I'll argue that there are people that nowadays are better than I am. And deservingly so. Like, you know, there are crazy runners out there, but, you know, I've definitely felt like I've established myself as the person that wants to get you through the door, you know, to get you introduced into the content, to make it feel like no matter what skill level you have, you can go in and get the clear. That's where I've kind of positioned myself. You know, I've been doing a couple more challenge runs as of recently, and, you know, I can do it too. It's just not necessarily my priority, but I definitely feel like I want to at least try to be someone you can look at and be like, wow, I feel like I can do this. Because sometimes watching some of the crazy score runners and the crazy speed runners, you kind of look at it and you're like, man, that's too good. I don't know if I can do that. Water. So wanting that no audio challenge run? Well, I have that one Biff Tech, and I have the color blindness one. I forgot the terminology that Belvin is blind on. Whatever she is. Try something. I'll pick it up later. I get people hooked? That's what I hope. You know, it's like, there's something definitely special about getting people to like something that you like too, you know? Score runners are just playing a different game. Yeah, I mean, look, I'm getting into it a little bit more because I have to. Definitely not top tier at all, but I'm happy with what I'm doing right now, and it is pretty insane what you gotta do for score. why it's frustrating me with Summoner right now, you know? Because my brain is in scoring mode and I'm losing runs because I'm just thinking of score. Everyone I try to get to play this game do deep dungeons, you goal, do it. You know what you gotta do? I think this is a good test though. You gotta get the person to about 100 or stepping into 101 for Palace. Or for Heaven on High, get them into like 51-61. I feel like a lot of people get to like 10 or 20 or even 30, they die, and then they're like, nah, I'm good. Too hard, or like, you know, I don't want to waste my time. I think once you start getting people to like, you know, the higher floors of past halfway, I think that's when they might stick around longer. You know, they're like, wow, like, you know, I got this high already. And then you start seeing the addiction of like, wow, I wanna go back in and try to get further. Thanks, Shade, I appreciate it. $5160 sweaty, it's just pre-RNG. Not so much. I mean, you can get through, you know, just by playing clean. Unless you talk about scoring, then scoring is, yeah, that's a different animal. No, you're just talking about scoring, you know. Take it to the higher floors and see what the win. Let them solo. Do that too, you know. They're like, hey, see how you do trying to solo this thing, and then they die, and then you're like, no, let me show you how it's done, and then boom. Keep telling you FC the Palace doesn't mean started to. I mean, it's not wrong. I haven't got to 200, none of my friends want to play. That's why you solo Reno. But we're going by ourselves, man. We don't need friends. Friends. Party members. I don't know what those are. Nice classic song. Yeah, friends, LOL, exactly. My first time tournament is probably going to be Necromancer this way. Do it. I mean, you're the closest connection, you know, but all good. Hey, Aerosport, good morning. Save POT for after EO. Ada!
Time for you to be Lala for 25 months.
Yeah, good luck with that. Thank you for the 25 months of support. Ada, by the way, has been helping me with a lot of the video posts that we do, a lot of the editing that we do, so it has been a big help. Hey, Black Hat. You had so much fun playing Necro Palace. It's not what I want to do. It's not what I want to do my first completion, but it's so much fun. How's the run so far? Good. I mean, we're on the second half of stream. The first half of stream we did the speed run, and we got a new PB, 158.08. That's 1 hour 58 minutes, and I'm really happy with that result today. So now we're just setting up a file for a future run. Because I need potsherds. Grand Blue owns your soul. It seems like people are having a lot of fun with the game. It's nice to see that. I've been watching quite a lot of it from my buddy Zuan, who's been streaming, who got addicted to it. She's addicted to it. And I watched her play it a lot. It's not up my alley. I don't really care for the game, but I mean, it looks fun to watch. So she's put a lot of time to it. She found her game for a minute, you know. I know she was hopping around games for a while, but now she's finally got a game that she's settled on for a bit. Let's see it. Oops. I'm giving EO another try these days. Still haven't done solo, and I kind of burned out a bit, so I went to play other games. I'm gonna be Aerospark. I'm about to have my mini vacation again from 14. Not necessarily because I want to. It's just the other games coming out are definitely high priority. So once Rebirth comes in, oh dude, I'm gonna play Rebirth like almost every day except Monday. Can't wait. Then I'm also gonna play Dragon's Dogma 2. Gonna play Manor Lords, which I'm really looking forward to. Gonna maybe try the Metaphor game that's gonna be happening from the people at Persona. So, and that's all gonna be all before Dawntrail. Gonna get them all in before you know, Dawntrail comes in and starts taking priority. EO Black Mage sounds fun. EO Black Mage is gonna be fun. I mean, it's Black Mage at its full potential. It's a very good job in there. You have a good time, especially if you're not that great on Black Mage. I think it'll feel a lot better too. Oh, that's annoying. Hey, Sadie. I'll get a Pokemon VTuber, and then you can confuse me between them. Hope you're gonna have a good weekend, Mr. Sadie. Mr. Sadie is one of the best Deep Dungeon runners on controller, mind you. He streams almost nearly every day with Deep Dungeon, and he's EU friendly because he's in fact EU. So good man. Let me catch up and chat a little bit here. Fell back a little bit. I've been playing Grand Blue for years, and it's pretty much Grand Blue meets Monster Hunter, which, well, see my handle? Gotcha. Yeah, like, Monster Hunter didn't suck me in, unfortunately. I know it's a great game, it's a great franchise, it just wasn't my cup of tea. I've been struggling in soloing Deep Dungeon with how long at a time I had to stay super focused. For me, Savage feels easier because it's 10 minutes of hyper focus versus, yeah. And it isn't even just that Nazgul. It is like hyper focus for that long, but you have to do it, you know, you have to like, I think the stakes keep going up too, right? Like from like 141 to like 181, like the stakes get higher and higher. So. Yo, what up, Sig? How did DSR go? You're looking forward to Stellar Blade. I was seeing some decent things on that. I gotta see more about that though. I love seeing how many new people are still joining the game. Well, wait till the end of February. You're gonna get all the Xbox gamers in. Yeah, I knew it, Sig. That's why I didn't keep watching your stream. I knew you were gonna clear the moment I saw you. I was like, what's the point? They're just gonna clear. I played the newest Yakuza for 60 hours and still not even close to Platinum. Now started to rerun Death Stranding. Oh yeah, Death Stranding's gonna have a sequel, right? I have that game, I never played the game. Yo, Lecker, great talking with you, have a wonderful night, and you know, you want more Deep Dungeon stuff, we got it over here, so... No story for them. I feel like it's way harder to turn your brain off for a break in Deep Dungeon. Savage, you can definitely just autopilot sometimes. Yes. I mean, there are times... I mean, I'm autopiloting right now, but we're not really in the challenging stuff yet, right? So... True, nobody likes to watch me because I only win. Hey, I had your stream up, sir. I was watching you for a little bit before I had to do my thing. PTSD song, let's go. Death Stranding's a really mixed bag for people as a game which you either love or hate or no be in between. I watched one of my friends play it like a full playthrough. It looked fun. I don't know if I could play it myself, but I enjoyed watching him play the game. Like it was pretty cool. If Xbox is gonna get access, then I need to get my ex's son to join me play. Yeah, they're gonna have an open beta by the end of the month. Hey Nix, thank you so much. Have a wonderful night and a weekend. Have a good weekend. I'll be back on Thursday. I'm sorry, I'll be back on Sunday, so I won't see you till then, if you come back. Appreciate you. I'll talk to her about it and see if she's okay with it. I doubt she'll have a problem with it. More the merrier. I heard about that, right? You have to have like the Game Pass, and then on top of that you have to have the subscription. Is that not the case for PlayStation? Is PlayStation different? I just realized I still have Fox. I got Fox on or something. I'm witching for no reason. Interesting, okay. Yeah, the double description debuff. Well, Game Pass applies to other games though, right? It isn't just 14. But it's kind of like if PlayStation charged you for online gaming with their membership thing. My own best. PS Plus is nice for me because I get to try some single player games, but the only thing I play online. Yeah, like something like PS Plus is pretty bad for me because I barely play other games. Like I'm very picky with the games I play, so it doesn't do anything for me. But yeah, I can see the plus side of it for sure. In other games, I had bad experiences with crossplay, but I'll just have to wait to see. You mean like Xbox and 14? I mean, 14 is crossplay PlayStation, and I think that has no issues. It just comes down to how Microsoft's going to handle them there. And yeah. Okay, I need to hit ads here, but I will take a stand up and stretch a little bit, hit the restroom. So I'll come back, I'll play some background music, and then we'll try to wrap up the last 30. We're going to 120 today, so we're getting close to it. So thank you everybody for watching. Twitch, YouTube, I appreciate you all. What song we got? Plastic. So I'll see you in a little bit, alright? Xbox, but Square does a good job moderating. I mean, look, again, you're playing with PlayStation 5 gamers. I don't think it's going to be any different. You know, like you can make an argument if you didn't have PlayStation here, but like it's just a new influx of people. It's really not. And if anything, it was a bigger worry when like WoW came over, which also wasn't a big problem anyway. So I really don't think Xbox is going to be a problem. Smoke. I'll get back to you on those DMs. I swear. It's just I gotta get my head together on how I want to phrase things to you. But I appreciate you. I'll catch you next time. All right. So BRB for everyone else. 3 minutes, and then we'll continue. Thank you for watching. Alrighty, let's keep going. 3 more. Let's get this open and done with. I think now I'll probably use food. I need to get more caviar sandwich. I need to get more of the other one. Cardia. Look, I remembered Cardia. Good song. found the exit. Got a very confused Wraith over there. I've been playing a ton of Remnant 2. Like hours, 90 hours on just one character. Nice! I guess you're having fun with that game, huh? I saw like a little bit of that gameplay. I feel like people were having fun with it when they were playing it. On the hardest difficulty, so how important is getting armor to R99? If you're going for like a clear Denthos, like a, you know, Necromancer clear, really specifically solo clear, you do want 99 by around 140, 150, 160, around there. I mean, straddling around 90 is fine, but you definitely don't want to be lower. I mean, the lower you are, you just have lower HP and lower damage, which, you know, that's not great to have. You want to have the higher damage. Now, in a party, not as important. You can probably clear with, like, less than 30, well, I mean, a little bit more hardcore if you know what you're doing, but, like, you know, 40, 50, 60, armor, you don't need that much in a party format, but with solo, you definitely want to be capped out by the highest levels. This last boss is not great. My friend is annoyed with me because my build is very friendly fire. Oh, like there is friendly fire, but like you actually can like kill your teammates and stuff. Sounds hilarious. I should get a steal. Let me see. Yeah, you can. There's also a trait which reduces friend. Interesting. So that's just on by default, huh? Like you can't like have a setting like no friendly fire. Maybe Sunday you'll play the 4-pixel remaster and do the song original version. Well, wouldn't the pixel remaster not be the original version though? Or did they keep the original version there? I mean, I've heard the original version. I actually didn't like the original version as much to put in my playlist, to be honest. But in context, it makes more sense. Can you now? You couldn't before, but can you now? I don't know what it is now. That game was gifted to me. At some point I played. Gifted to me like a year ago, I think. I like 4D's for the song. You know, it's funny, you're not the first one who said they don't like it. I actually like it a lot, but I like this genre of music, so... like, I like it. Oh, this is flighted, right? And that's a treasure. But I play a build which gets like huge cooldown reduction on elemental damage skills, and I use this big fire tornado which can suck people in. It's not great in multiplayer. Yeah, but doesn't that make it more fun though? Isn't that more fun? I mean, why not use the build if you have it? think there was a strike back here. I think there was a strike back here. Was it back here? Yes. A lot of fun for other people, not so much. Already had people kicking me from... Yeah, I mean, I guess there is some etiquette that gets involved. That's fair. No, you're not abiding by the etiquette! Oh, I meant to get water. Well, whatever. I'll get it later. Should be fine with what I have. That's the exit. Yeah, I can see the exit from there if it just shows up. Did I end up getting full stars in latest? I did! I did. It was very satisfying. And I think the best part of Biotech, so I got 40k on Argenti with Jingliu, Himiko, Hersha, and Fu. And my team won. My team won. Got 22k, and it was, hold on, it was Serval, Sampo, Pella, and who's the other one? Oh, Ting Yun. It was an entire 4-star team, and it was so satisfying. I think I saw your post. Yeah, you did the reverse. Like you murdered the first one, but then you dumped the second one. So I dumped the first one and murdered Argenti. God, it took so many attempts, but I was able to finally get like the good set. But it was funny because I thought I had to get a higher point in round 1, but then there was just this one round I had where I basically nearly killed Argenti. I'm like, no, I gotta go kill Argenti, and I was able to kill him. As soon as Argenti walked with the... That was the same exact thing on my end. So I had like one last turn with what's-his-face, and it was just basically dump as much damage as possible before everyone died. Because I was just full DPS, I had no healing, no tank, I'm just do damage, you know? Just get that far and then boom. Like, it would have been great if I had Dr. Ratio, because he was weak to Imaginary, but I couldn't get that far to that fight. To run with Ratio, to actually do some damage to him. I like her a lot, she's great. I have her built very well, and I'm a big fan of her ever since the beginning of the game. God, and every time she starts spamming her goddamn follow-up, it's so good. I mean, also, isn't my Himiko like E3 at this point? Like E2, E3? Like, it helps, you know? And that's one reason, like, I want to try to level up maybe Guinefei, because I think she'll be a big support to Himiko. To just boost the fire damage. Especially when she's spamming the hell out of fire, so might be a consideration down the line for me. Now I should be set for you went for Black Swan, right? You got Black Swan? And then you're hoping for what's her face? Acheron? You're waiting all the way to Acheron, right? Gotcha. I gotta admit, I don't like. Okay, so this is no longer Swarther, right? So if you finished Honkai Star Rail story, I should be good to talk about this, but like I don't actually like for now. Sparkle's character is just like I don't like her that much. I mean, I guess we'll see more for her in the next patch, but Like, all the characters I have are, like, kind of likable in some sense, but, like, all the characters up to, like, ever since they added in, like, Ron May and Ratio and all that. Like, Ratio annoys me, but then he's so useful, so, like, whatever. I guess Sparkle would kind of be in that category of, like, she's a weirdo. Like, she's a weirdo, but she's gonna be very useful, so I guess I'll take her. I should be guaranteed Sparkle. I'm 10 out of 90 into the banner on a guaranteed 50-50 because I failed the 50-50 going for Ruan May. So I'm 10 into 90, so I need 80 pulls. I have 21 tickets on top of 8,200 Jade, and I'm barely I have all the side quests to do, so we should be good. I didn't even do any of the new events either. So I should definitely have enough for the guaranteed full. Like, I'll have a guaranteed. It's more like what am I doing after? That's basically the bigger question. What's my after, my end game after Sparkle? Like, I think my plan, and Sengyur, good to see you, by the way. I don't want to miss saying hello to you. I think what I will plan to do, first and foremost, I'm gonna try to survive this pool. I think what I'm gonna try to do is I'll do what I've been doing up till this point. I'll get Sparkle guaranteed, and then I'll keep pulling on her banner. And if I don't get the 50-50, I hold, and I just guarantee whatever next banner I'm gonna see next. If I keep getting Sparkle, then I keep getting Sparkle. Like, okay, fine, you know, I'm not gonna complain about that. I think that's how I go about it. But do I get the Light Cone? I wonder if I even go for Sparkle's Light Cone. I wonder if it's gonna be good enough. I was looking at Dan's Light Cone, and I'm like, actually, you know, I could actually use that on like Jing Liu almost if I didn't have her Light Cone. Like, it was a pretty damn good Light Cone, but I don't want to expend too much on Light Cones. I think I spent too much on Light Cones already. Like, I went for Dr. Ratio's Light Cone. I'm really happy with that, and I don't regret that. But man, it took me a while to get that Light Cone. Yeah, you were talking about that, and I'm like thinking about that. If there's a Fu rerun, like, maybe I go for a Light Cone. You know? But to be fair, okay, to be fair though, in my usage of Fu, I haven't been, her being like a healer has never been the issue. Like, if I were to lose a fight with her, it's because she died, not really the other people died. Finally able to give some support back. Aw, thanks, Sengyur. Sengyur, I appreciate you, dude. Not a fan of her personality, but not like in the way that I dislike the character exists. Just in the sense that I don't like her. Yeah, I know some people are totally like, I don't like this character, I'm not gonna pull it. I mean, I'm all about practicality. Like, I don't really care. I have no care about what the hell she does. But I will say, Bivtech, kind of being a little dodgy, but let's just say the story. With the final fight, the final boss fight you had in the story, which is not giving away much. I mean, every story has a boss fight, but the final boss fight you had, the one you fought, I thought was like, oh man, I like him. I want that person for my party. Like, they're pretty cool, you know. Mr. Gigolian. Like, holy shit, he's badass. Yeah, that's like the first time I probably ever wanted a character, you know. Oh my god, thank you. Have a good dream. If you can get back to that dream, power to you. What's up, Gago? How is your stream? Thanks for the raid. I think you're still in 10, right? You're still pushing through 10. I don't know the pacing of 10 on your end. If you're going fast or whatever, or what you're looking to do. You're still in 10. Okay, cool. Hope the stream was good. Welcome in. I'm Angel's Demonist. We are doing some deep dungeon. We did a speed run earlier, 1 to 100 machinist speed run, and we got a new PB, 1 hour 58 minutes and 8 seconds. I beat my old PB by about a minute. And I'm really happy with that. And now we're just trying to set up a new file for Sage because we're doing a challenge run. Finish on Monday? Yo, let's go, dude. Also, slightly upset that I should really just pop open your stream when I go live on Fridays because I don't get to keep the stream streak because we go live at the same time. But it's okay. It's a first world problem. It's fine. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I hope I can actually get to watch your conclusion on Monday. Then I'll probably be around Monday. Oh, I can just go. Oops. So Gego, by the way, you gotta go do your thing. You know, all that stuff. But what is after 10 for you? What's the next game you have lined up over there? I like hanging in Gego stream, by the way. Very, very fun variety streamer. Does 14 as well sometimes, but it's a good time over there if you haven't checked him out. Your question? Okay, fair. Worry about that when we get there. I don't want a reso pull. No. Depends on my mood. I get a flight, so I guess I don't do a reso pull. I mean, I could reso here instead. Might actually do. I'm gonna steal up for the boss. I know the boss is not the next floor, but it's dropping now, so I may as well just do it. Maybe X2. Oh, X2! Oh, you gotta do this right now. Oh, man. Honestly, like, I was watching Sharp do Scarlet Nexus for day one. I played that game. Great game. And I came away thinking, like, man, if I could wipe my brain of that game and replay it fresh, I totally would. Like, I don't think I could ever see myself going back to that game, because I pretty much completed. I don't know if I don't think I trophy hunted that game. I just, like, got to the end, got the credits, all that stuff. But I did have a lot of fun over that game, and it was so much fun watching it. I'd love to watch your perspective on that game. X2! Did you play X2 before? I like X2 a lot. It's like a very rare thing for people to say, but I actually like X2 a lot. I thought it did a great job wrapping up the story, in my opinion. Never played X2? Yeah. I'd be curious to see how you think about it. I wonder what your opinion of that game will be, because man, I've heard it's like such a heated discussion. What? I like the story. Well, I like most of the story. I like the ending. I'm gonna lose strength, so I'm just gonna strength. Any PBs? I got a PB earlier for the speed run. 1 minute faster than my PB, so. Hell yeah. Yeah, Scarlet Nexus was... Yeah, that was definitely a game that surprised me that I liked a lot more than I thought I would. Like, one of the few action RPGs that I thoroughly enjoyed. But I think it's mostly because it's a game that I wanted, like, it felt like it was supposed to be a fast game in terms of its combat. and like it kind of wanted you to play fast, and it kept up with me wanting to play fast, if that made sense. You know, sometimes like you hit a lot of buttons, you want a lot of things to happen, and sometimes it almost feels like the game isn't catching up with you. You know, like it lags a little bit, or you know, you gotta wait for animation locks and everything. That game didn't have any of that. It was just very fast, and I'm like, damn, this is great. Very anime, but nothing wrong with that. I mean, you know, depending on how you view things. But I really like that game a lot. Ow! Get annoyed by animation locks. I think maybe that's one thing that Elden Ring maybe like was something I didn't quite like a lot, because it felt slow to me. And granted, maybe I was playing with a slow weapon, but I felt like it was just so slow. I like fast games, you know? I like fast combat, I like fast games. So then, like, I know you finished up Tales of Arise and everything. The problem with Tales of Arise for me was I basically beat the game hitting one freaking button, and that was just irritating to another end of things. I didn't find it necessary to hit any more buttons other than one button, and I was just like, where's my strategy? I want my strategy. BDO? I never played... Is that Black Desert Online? I never played Black Desert Online. I think it's fair to call ER slow in comparison to a lot of action games. Yeah. I think what annoyed me more is when a game makes you choose between block, parry, or attack. Okay. I'd have to think that one over. Okay. I don't think that's something that personally bothered me. That's completely fair, though. Finish one. Hey, I'm catching up to you, Lake. I got 20 more after this, though. Welcome in. I like it when block parry interrupts the attack. So like the idea of like a perfect block or like a perfect parry kind of thing. Gotcha. I do like that. I like that feature. Yeah, I do like that feature. I suck at perfect blocking. Actually, oh my god, Stranger Paradise. I could not. I was pretty good at parry. I think it was Elden Ring that I couldn't parry for the life of me. That game I couldn't parry. What is another game that was really hard to parry that I played? Game I played that I couldn't parry at all. Was it Elden? No, there was something else. I think there was another game I played that I couldn't parry. And I gave up on parrying, I just dodged. I just did perfect dodges and stuff because I couldn't parry. Oh! 16! I couldn't parry in 16! That thing was just like, there was an indicator in 16 to parry, and it was just, I don't know, I think I was just too dumb or something, because I could never parry in 16. So I just dodged all the time, so we did perfect dodges all over the place. That was easy for me. That was satisfying to land. I feel like with 16, there was an indicator, but by the time you saw the indicator, you were already late. Was your combat experience 16 too? SOP, the pairing in SOP was much... Well, to me it was more intuitive, but... Ow. God, and then there was an achievement to getting parrying. It's like, oh my god. Ow. I think I got the speed one, nice. I was trying to get the speed one, but I got the speed one. I'm super curious, does Doom cast just instant kill? I can show you. shouldn't die. It is a tunable Doom. So that's what that is. You're welcome. I haven't seen it in a very long time. I think the only time I remember seeing that was when I was first clearing like 100 Palace of the Dead, like when it first released, like all the way back there, was when I saw that. So, alright, 101. Let's go. No, it's fair. I mean, I'm healer, so I mean healer I can get rid of it no problem. You can't do that on any other jobs. Back in the olden days when doing the first clears and stuff, yeah. When it was fresh for everybody. I mean, people got hit with it, and you saw the Doom and everything, so... You know, speaking of action RPGs in that genre, if some of you guys never played the Nier Replicant, the new one, I actually recommend that game. That game was actually a lot of fun. That was another action RPG that I actually enjoyed. And again, I'll always state this, like, to me, if you present an action RPG to me, my first instinct is to not like it. That's just how it goes for me. I've had some really bad ones that I just did not enjoy, but I've had a few ones that I thoroughly enjoyed. This was one of them. Yeah, it's fair. The story is pretty goddamn sad, yeah. Yeah, I really can't argue with you there. I mean, it had a good resolution, it's just pretty emotional. Unlike some other games, I didn't have a good resolution. Not mentioning any names. Bum, 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 bum. Hey, Potsherd. Why we're here. Which game was depressing? So, I was mentioning Nier Replicant, so Biffdeck said it was too depressing. The story was. I mean, the story for Nier Replicant was mostly sad, and it got even more sad, but I thought it ended pretty well. Like, it was... like, you know, it started off like, you know... Yeah. Man, that first playthrough, you know, was like... You know, like, oh man, and then the second playthrough was like, oh, come on, oh man, you know? But I really enjoyed that one. That was a deep story, so I enjoyed the deep story. Hey, thanks for the stream streak. Just like, I like that. I like that action RPG game quite a lot. I'm not dealing with blind. YouTube moment. It's such a weird, like Chloe, it's such a weird bot, you know? Like, I don't know if it's actually more beneficial than anything. It's so common, but I just don't understand, like, what it's trying to accomplish. Need those bronze chests. Give me those potsherds. I didn't realize I was commenting in context. I was just saying YouTube because YouTube view. Oh. Hey, I appreciate the YouTube view. Music's so good. I don't have cardio on. No one reminded me on cardio. How dare you? Mini tutorial mode! Alright, I'll do it on the next support. Don't forget cardio, thanks. How to put cardio on? For me, hit backspace. This is coming in. I gotta do the mini tutorial on the next floor, let's do it. Ow! Can you not? Kick my ass. But actually, how to determine a multiple? How to actually determine? I mean, you kind of know which ones you pull. You know, like what's pullable, what are you gonna survive. Like for instance, I wouldn't want to take a Yarzon in a multi-pull because it lowers my defense. Yarzon is sound. It also does the ball down, which is pretty bad with a big pull. Like I did the 2 crabs earlier because they're not gonna give. They're only gonna single target. I'm sorry, single auto attack. Not too bad. You wouldn't want to take multiple Goblin Adventurers because they do like a tank buster with the triple attack. Of course, if I had Steel on, you know, oh well, that's fun. Speaking of issues. So here, like, we're gonna give a little bit extra on the healing just to make sure. But it's more, it really just comes down to what you're able to take and what you're able to handle, you know? I mean, when enemies do kind of help you determine what that is. Like, take for instance, like, one of the ones that is in my machinist tutorial, where I think I pop a luring trap and we spawn 3 dragons in 194. 194, and we're doing a luring trap and we didn't do anything, no witching, no nothing. We just fought it straight up because those enemies are really easy. But what if you spawn 4 courses, 3 courses? Well, you're probably instantly dead, you know. So that it does come down to like what enemies you're fighting to determine how you do a multi-pull and how you survive. These Goblin Adventurers were sight, by the way. So was the Ziz earlier. That was sight. That's why they aggroed right away. I'm gonna check the chest and check the other room. Probably gonna go this way. I had the witching. I kind of forgot. Remember that? Yeah. And for me, it was fine because I had no running space. It wasn't really that big a deal. Squirrels or sights. The only downside about these is that they will cast haste, scamper, and that can be pretty bad, especially in a multi-pull. Because they're just gonna keep spamming their kind of. They're gonna be attacking really fast, and so that's a lot of incoming damage. You don't want to pull multiple of that either. All right, there you go. That's floor 104. Oh, thank you. That's a loading trap. Oops, I jumped into a wall. Is that another Goblin Adventure? Probably. I'll pull the Hippogriff, because that's proximity. You talking about squirrels with their haste. I did. That was my first death in 101 Necro Title Fog, never forget about the haste. Yeah, it's a lot of damage that you don't expect until it's kind of too late. I mean, it's a lot worse than Eureka Orthos. Orthos with, who is it? Some of the enemies that do cast haste, like the Spriggan. Oh my god, that's scary. If they have haste on, that's very scary. Interesting, I thought I was gonna aggro. Okay, Afrin's on the next floor. Okay. Wood. Another gloom floor. Safety. Ching. Nice crit. Hey, Putchard! Uh-oh. Out of curiosity, when were you planning to continue the Gnosis state? May not be Sunday. The only reason is I might do Heaven on High instead, because that Summoner run is pissing me off that I keep losing it. So I'm probably gonna do Summoner then, and I don't know when I'll do Sage. It might be next Sunday, potentially. But that's what I'm actually leaning into. I was kind of originally planning that this would be Sunday, but yeah, the Summoner run is the one that's kind of angering me at the moment. I want that over and done with already. I think... What's the date by, What's the dates coming up? 17/24? 2 more wait, no, I'm sorry. 11 and 18 and 25. I got 3 more Sundays until we start converting it to Variety because of Rebirth. Yeah, so, okay, it's things I don't have to worry about yet. But, like, I do want to kind of set up a bunch of files before Rebirth comes in, so that I have a bunch of things I can do on the Monday, because we are gonna keep our Monday schedule for 14, and I'm going to change Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Sunday, and maybe even more days than that into variety days for Rebirth and the other games that are gonna come out, so I can stay on the same time slot. I think I want to stay on that 9 o'clock time slot for story games. I think it'll be really awkward to go, like, you know, 3 days, 9 o'clock, and then one day, like, 3 p.m. if people wanted to keep track of the story. I'm gonna stay at that time slot. But I'll keep Monday, which is a 3 p.m. Eastern start time, with 14. So at least we're still doing some 14 at least once a week. That's the current plan. I don't blame you seeing how summoners... Yeah! It just sucks. Like, obviously I know I can clear it, it's just I'm trying to, you know, do it as a score run, and that's just been making it more painful. Because I'm thinking of scoring and making more risks, but that is the nature of the run. No, I need another kill. Damn it. I was thinking about doing a rage too, but noise pivot wipes, the wipes as wipes, or tactical reset. Yeah, I mean, well, the score was pretty good, though. It looked like it was actually on par with what I did the first attempt, too, but, well, it is what it is. Okay, good. Oh, now you give me Serenity. That's the exit. Is it a dead end? Hmm, 5 kill, huh? I might get the rage at 2 here. Kinda hoping I'm out in 5, but that's very unlikely. Kinda hoping that something walks over here. But not yet. I don't get a double dip, but it's fine. It's fine. I'll just clear the floor, get the chests, and then go to the next floor. I think we're strength. I would like to have a strength. Should have fortune. I thought about it, but I thought I could probably get the double dip. I need 1 more kill. Annoying. Potsherd though, that's worth it. Oh, I didn't get the rage back. Wow. Wow. It's like I planned it or something. Probably do it again. Maybe. Hell yeah. I mean, I would probably want to rage on like 111 instead of this set, maybe? Maybe I do that. Maybe I just plan to do that. Get Fortune Rage on that set. Hello? Open the chest? Thank you. Thanks, Cog. What's up, man? How are you doing? I was watching some of your Bloodborne today. Looked like you're having fun. That was a good stream. I'm gonna steal here. A good excuse to do the... But when it's well, Bloodborne's been fun and unforgiving. Mostly good. There were definitely spots that I thought I could get even better, but it was pretty good. Hold on, I'm dying. I'm gonna go. Like there were definitely some floors that I felt like I really messed up pretty bad. Other floors that I felt like I crushed and did so awesome, so it was a mixed. But yeah, I could definitely get that time lower if I played like the same, just better. And I also felt like today's run, I felt like I was fumbling my targeting really bad today. Like I was just mis-hitting buttons and all that stuff today, so if I just do that even remotely cleaner, I'll probably have a better result. Letting to know exactly where you can improve. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, for sure. I mean, it's hard though. Like, I mean, I know where I should improve, like what floor set, but, you know, executing it is still the difficult part, but yeah, it was a lot of fun. I really had a good time with that run. More so, it was a nice confidence boost because I felt like I was really regressing. After I got my first PB, I just could not get close to that time for like the next 5 attempts, but then getting now the new PB, it's like, okay, cool, like, you know, I can do it, we got this, kind of thing. When are you gonna try it again, Cog? When are you gonna look into doing another speed? Nice if I got a goddamn strength. I haven't seen a strength in a minute. I'm gonna actually use it now, because I'll have it for the boss. Okay, exit's here. I was actually thinking when I wake up, but if I decide against 14, because Crisis Core needs to finish, I would, okay, gotcha. Yeah, you should get Crisis Core in. I mean, you know, getting closer to the thingy, the rebirth, so you want that info in, you know? Hell yeah. Get that in. Get that in, dude. Gonna lay down though, Just got done 7 hours. 6 hours of BG3. Yo, let's go, dude. Hope you're having fun with that game. Yeah, get a good sleep. Thanks for passing by. I'm gonna try to do the next set a little fast because I have ads in about 30 minutes from now, and I want to try to see if I can beat the ads. So we're gonna do the next set, last set, a little swiftly. We got this one in the speed run, which is great. So try to beat out the ads. The worst case scenario, we'll do like a quick minute ad, but I hope to beat out the ads. Little. You know, finish this out with a little more of the speed run, if you will. In a way. I already kind of have a plan of how I want to do that. So make sure not to forget Cardia. The issue here is I don't have a strength, but it's whatever. I'll try. Okay, we got 28 minutes to do the next set, so we're going right into it. Let's do this. Oh my god, the exit's all at the end. I'm gonna try to get to the next 2 rooms with the gold chest, and then we'll do a rage and try to double dip. Don't want to run around with a toad on me though, that would be bad. Hey Noctis, thanks for the 2 months of Prime Gaming. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much for that support. Yo, what up, Kiakis? Mini tutorial? Alright, we'll do it on the next set. It'll be the set that I'm gonna do a rage on. Alright, going to 112, let's go. Mini tutorial mode. Okay, so we have damage down, not great. Doesn't really matter, we're in a rage. The leech is sights, doesn't do too much. AoE, blah blah blah. kill him. The Gigatoad is the one that's bad because it has positional sticky tongue. So if it tries to sticky tongue you on your side or your back, you're gonna get stunned and then combo into Labor Leap. You have to make sure you lock eyes with him. Putting his procs, does some casting, like caster. Organs are here, that's nice. That'll kind of make life a little bit easier. So. Exit is here, so I'm gonna fight this thing, because it is proximity. I can ignore the Urgonite, which is sight. There's this sight. Or rather the Biff or whatever, blah blah blah. Urgonite. Lock eyes, that's right. You gotta have a staring contest with the Gigatoad, otherwise you might die in wombo comboed. As a healer DPS, getting Labor Leap could kill you without Steal On, so you'd prefer to not have that happen. I'm going back to check the chests here. Wait. So that's not a big deal. I have two really easy three easy enemies with me. I'm probably gonna AoE them, honestly. Got the Lust come back. That's nice. To get the pudding that does melee and casting, you have the Urgonite that will just do a conal. You have the Leech that will just do an AoE periodically. So they're not too bad at all. Now I gotta watch out for that Toad that did cross paths with me earlier, so he could be coming back, he could be going to another room. I don't know its current position. There it is, right over there. Let me check this last chest, and then we will go to the next floor. I'll just go to the next floor right now. Urgonite is not giving me a problem. Nice. I'm gonna go Affluence and Flight here. Alright, that's your mini tutorial on floor 112. I gotta wait till Dawn Trail, maybe. I would actually prefer not to deal with them multiple. Okay. They just explained how you need to look at the Gigatoad, because if you're on the side or the back, he can stun you on the Sticky Tongue. Now, the problem with fighting it with multiple things is that he could be displaced with his position because he's so big. So even if you're technically facing like directly in front of him, he could be angling himself in a different spot, which makes it a little bit complicated trying to stay locked eyes with him. And then not to mention you're trying to dodge other AoEs. So I would prefer not to deal with that in a multi-pull. Kind of continuing that discussion earlier about, you know, what do you choose to multi-pull, so on and so forth. Got the rage back. I think I'm gonna try to double dip again. Got another Potsherd. We're liking that. Demon King title? What's that? Night Steal. I may not take advantage of that fortune though. New steel is nice. That is the exit. Okay, that should be more than enough. I think we're at 5 kills already, so that's gonna be more than enough that I need to get out of here. Going a little bit faster because we're trying to beat some ads out. I got 20 minutes till ads, so I need to try to... I'm trying to beat this set before I need to place some ads. So we're going just a little bit faster today. Completely unnecessary, but... yeah. I like the challenge. I'm gonna check the chest I just ran past. And you got the rage back. That's just how it works sometimes, you know? I want to keep the rage at 2, so we're gonna do another double dip on the next set. On the next floor. There's the exit. Man, if I got this on my machinist speedrun, this would be amazing, you know? Absolutely amazing if I got this on the machinist speedrun. Cobra's coming back, so that's good. If I need another pull, then I have it. But I don't. Gonna safety again. See if I can find the area that the exit is in. I'll take the Ochu with me, but not the Cobra. I don't want the Cobra. I have to take the Ochu because it's proximity. Ooh, that's nice. That's the exit. Okay. Let me take the Nanka with me. I'll take this one with me too. That puts me at 3. That's 4 technically. I need to go for like 6-ish. This will be enough over here. Yeah, okay, and then I have the other Nanka that's in there. That should be enough. Hopefully. Hopefully! Boy, it's just double dips, but not. I do have a Cobra coming in soon, but... oh boy, okay. Get the other Cobra, this might be enough. Could still have enough for a couple kills on the next floor. Maybe. I'm gonna have like 10 seconds on this rage when I get to the next set, though. It's gonna be bad. Wasn't as fast as I was hoping for. Like, probably can squeeze like 2 kills at most. 60 minutes to the ant swords. 1 kill at most. I get the salamander. I guess I'll be fine. And that's the exit. Oh, that's nice. May as well make it 4. Why not? I have raising, so whatever. Oh, 9+. Certainly means I'm speedy. Man, I'm definitely in that speedrun mode. Like, I'm feeling it, man. Carrying over from that PB we got earlier. That's a silver. I'm gonna go this way instead. Right side, I know that this does not have a trap anymore, so I have to get off the floor. I'll go with the salamander, sure. All silver chests, damn. There's a respawn right here. And I need another kill. This run is going to be insane. Hey, Flip Fox. This will be a fun run. I failed it on Sunday just because I was so complacent that I did not realize I was running out of time, but get this ready for the future. Hope you're having a good Friday or Saturday. Do I want to re-steal? I don't know if I care that much. Oh boy. Oh, well that doesn't do that much. I'm having a great Friday, thank you for asking. Started the stream off doing a Palace of the Dead 1 to 100 speedrun, got a new PB at 1 hour 58 minutes, very happy with that, and then just chilling and playing some Deep Dungeon. What more could I ask for? Getting the files all set up. Bum, 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 bum. Would really like a strength though. That's one thing that I would really like. I gotta finish this set in 13 minutes so I can beat out my ants, so we need to go a little fast. I'll take these 3. Thing is, I can't ignore the Morbol, which both of them are just standing there, so that's kind of annoying. Well, one of them is standing there. Want this aggro, but I'm probably gonna have to deal with that Morbol that's a little bit too close to the exit. It's not that far. But then I have an Ochu to probably have to deal with. He's gonna aggro because he's proximity. Alright, at least the exit is kind of clear. Let me go check this chest and off we go. Might flight the next floor just to get this in time. I gotta beat this in 11 minutes. I'll flight here. I think I'll strength as well. Get the strength in for the boss. Don't want to deal with the boss any longer than I have to. Not to mention you're dealing with the B ads that can do final sting. But I think I'm gonna AoE him down. Stage should be strong enough for that. Usually you can just kill one and then move on, but I will kill both. Oh, this is the exit. I might be out in this kills. Dude. I want to check that chest right now. Mimic. Witching instead. Okay, I need him more than that. I'm gonna go for 4. So pull this one and we'll pull the Marble. I'll just do the witching here. I have the witching. Not bad, like doing like a massive speedrun on this. Didn't lose too many palms for this, and I'm not concerned about making them back too. That's the thing. That's one reason why I was kind of okay with going a little aggressive here, because I didn't think I was gonna have a problem running out of palms. Not for Sage, you know. Okay, boss time. Do this in 9 minutes and we are good to go. Waiting for the ads to show up and then we'll go into Lust. Oops. Cancel my own damn cast. Don't have a dot on, thanks. Get this off before he hits me. 3, 4, and number 5. This is the last set we'll do today. I'm parking this file at 120. We are hopefully going to reach that goal. I do want to thank you guys for watching. It was a pleasure having you here on stream on this Friday, and I hope everyone will have a fantastic weekend. I will be back live on Sunday, 9 PM Eastern. More than likely, it's going to be Heaven on High Summoner for the high score attempt, because I'm on attempt number 3. I really should have been done with this by now. So I'm kind of in this kind of, you know, rage moment of just getting back in and doing it again. So that's more than likely what you'll see. My mind could change, but it's guaranteed Final Fantasy XIV Deep Dungeon. After Sunday, we'll be back on Monday as well, 3 PM Eastern, for Eureka Orthos Astro, attempt number 5, to try to get the Omni clear in Eureka Orthos. After that, I don't actually know what I'm doing. I'm kind of like gearing up for Rebirth coming at the end of the month, and we're gonna go very hard on that game, so I've kind of been relaxing a little bit on, like, you know, starting up a new game or something, but we might be hanging with 14 for at least the rest of February, maybe. But at least those 2 streams I'll say are guaranteed. That I'll be like, yeah, we're gonna do that on those days. I'll figure out what the hell I'm doing for the other days eventually. But it was a pleasure. Twitch, YouTube, as always, thank you for being here. Y'all are fun. Do you think another Deep Dungeon Dawn Trail? More than likely, yeah. My justification is you're not going to put something on the keynote if you're not going to do something significant with it. Of course, we don't have any solidified information on that, but it seems like a good chance we'll see an actual, like, whole ass Deep Dungeon in Dawn Trail. But I like to think, Demthos, our community, myself, will definitely going to be the place to know the latest news when it comes to Deep Dungeon. So if that's all I can give you, then that's all that's out there. But we definitely are going to try to stay on top of it as best as we can and try to communicate it to everyone as we get that info. And we did it. Good. Alright, 120. Alright, so let's do a quick review of what we got when I step outside here. Try to do this all before the ad shows up. So, today, we did our 1 to 100 speedrun on Machinist, and that file is right there. That will be one day sometime where we will do 101 to 200 speedrun, which that'll be attempt number 3, and we have a PB of 4 hours and 14 minutes, I think. This Sage file will be sometime, probably next Sunday. We'll see how I feel again, I don't know. But I'll take it day by day after our next 2 streams. So that's what we have set up today. And then, like I said, Sunday, Heaven on High Summoner. Again, more than likely, the other thing might be the Sage file. So it's one of those 2, but I'm leaning into Heaven on High Summoner. Monday, Eureka Orthos Astro. And then Tuesday, pending on what I feel like playing. But again, I do thank you all for being here. Thank you so much. I hope you had a great time in the stream. I'm hitting the wrong keyboard. I have 2 keyboards now, so I need to get used to that. Socials, join the Discord if you want to do Deep Dungeon Solo yourself. If you want to talk Honkai Star Rail, we have a pretty solid community for Honkai discussions and everything. And other games as well. And there's the stuff on YouTube eventually when my bot wakes up. So, but yeah, Gego, thanks for the raid. Thanks for the follows and subs. I appreciate everybody for being here. It is an absolute pleasure. I have already who I want to visit. We've been peer pressuring this young lady because this young lady told me I'm going to finish Final Fantasy 16 and Final Fantasy Remake before Rebirth comes out, and she said that in the beginning of January. Well, she's still playing 16, so we're going to visit her. Just to give you guys a heads up, she is, I would say, maybe about 60% into the game in terms of her storyline. So if that gives you an indication, in case you're playing 16 or you haven't played it, just a heads up on that one. So if you want to step away from the raid, I completely understand. I'm going to drop the link in YouTube as well if you guys want to visit and say hello to one of my dear friends, Miss Hurricane Chira. Drop the raid messages over there. I'm probably going to hang in her stream till I pass out. Maybe she finishes 16 today? I don't know. Probably. No, probably not. But anyway, thank you for being here. Ada, Demthos, Gego, Wallet. Have a good night. Let's go see and say hello to Miss Chira. Have a good night. Let's go raid.